Amanda here from createyourfuture.co. So today we have Carol joining us. Hi, Carol.
Hi, everybody.
You guys, so Carol is a coach here at Create Your Future, and she's got a success story that she is going to share with us today. So we're also going to be answering two incredibly important questions that we've seen. Well, they're probably not incredibly important, but I've seen a lot of them. One, can you intend that your negative thoughts don't create because you create the rules? And the second question we're going to answer is, does thinking about something a lot actually push it away? So we are definitely going to answer those questions plus more in this video and share this success story with you. So yeah, so Carol, let's hear the story.
Okay, so side note, this happened within 3 hours or less of our session. So yesterday, we got this sex story from one of our clients, and she wrote, "Today I had a coaching session with Carol. I was telling her that my SB seemed like he didn't want to blend families. I was telling her he was keeping his daughter away from me. Maybe he was trying to hide something. Carol, who is amazing, by the way, thank you, asked me, ideally, what do you want? I said, I want him to want to spend time together as a family, where he talked with my children and let me be a part of his daughter's life as well. Well, guess who surprised me today? My SB and his daughter. He bought stuff from my house that I have been saying I needed. He put a little stuff together, and his daughter and my daughter shared family time. It wasn't long, but things changed quickly. Thanks again, Carol. I really appreciate it. I'm going to keep persisting and intending the way I know I should."
That is
This is
so
awful.
amazing. I love that. That is like, I mean, that's what we always want is to feel like somebody wants to be with us and wants to be, have a huge
Yes.
family. I mean, oh, that's
Yes.
so amazing. Good for her. And really,
Yes. Yes.
before the beginning of this, one thing that you were talking about was how everything was empty and meaningless. So I don't know if you want to go into explaining a bit of that.
Yes. So one of the things that we discussed was how we assign meaning to things. So when she mentioned that, well, maybe he doesn't want me to see his daughter because he's hiding something. She's young, so he's not going to have her lie. Basically, I said, well, you're the one assigning meaning to that. You're the one that's making it mean that. So why don't you change it into something that benefits you? Because that, if you're creating all of it, you might as well just create what you want instead. And we started working on affirmations. These affirmations, look, no, he wants me to be a part of his daughter's life. He wants to spend time together with me and my family. His daughter loves me. And I say, his daughter is also you pushed out. So, his daughter loves you. His daughter adores you. She's asking about you. She misses you. She wants to go see you. And, he wants to please her. He wants to make her happy. And it's just like, we just created this entire story. And she's like, yes, I love that. And one of the things that we discussed was, when you want to kind of figure out what you want, just picture yourself in your ideal situation. And I asked her, what would be your ideal situation? And she said, well, for us to spend time together as a family, all of us. Well, those are your intentions. Let's create that as well. So we started working on that, and she was super excited about it. She was like empowered by the end of the session. And I mean, within 3 hours, she was like, there it is. It happened just like that. And it's just about changing the meaning, giving the meaning that benefits you at the end of the day.
Exactly. So, you know what, that ties right into, can you intend that your negative thoughts never create? Well, I mean, the thing is there is no such thing as positive or negative. There's only thoughts, and they're either focusing on what you want and don't want. So, can you say, well, look at, I can think whatever I want and I can still get what I want? No. No, because nothing
Exactly.
means anything unless you give it meaning. So the meaning you give it is a creation. So for instance, if I'm going to create if I'm going to be just thinking negative about my relationship with Andrew, then I cannot create that we are going to be happily married, because everything that I'm creating that's negative is going to manifest. But if I say, well, look at, no, that's not going to manifest because this is what I want, then you're still doing a negative, like a mental diet, right? To mitigate that negative thought, right?
Yeah, and it's very interesting because not long ago I was actually reading a blog, like looking through Neville Goddard's teachings, and I ran into this blog, and somebody mentioned something about that, about how not making your thinking, oh, well, I make up the rules, so if I say that my negative thoughts don't manifest, then all I do is every time I have a negative thought, I just say like, no, that's not going to manifest. This is what's going to manifest. And I'm like, you just explain a mental diet. You
Exactly.
pretty much explain a mental diet. That's what a mental diet is.
Exactly. So everything is empty and meaningless. Nothing is positive or negative. There is one law.
Yeah,
Your thoughts create. What you focus on
exactly.
will show up. So basically saying, look, I can think whatever I want and none of my negative thoughts are going to show up. That's impossible. That's a complete breach of the law to begin with of your thoughts creating. Right now, you
Yep,
can say, look you know what? No, you know what? My thought that has no power. This is what's going to show up again. Like you just said,
exactly.
you're doing a mental diet. You have to do a mental diet.
Exactly.
There's no way around this, right? Like none. It's like there's none. I mean, there's no such thing as a mental diet or law of attraction. If there wasn't around this now, would there be? So
But it's a good thing to clear that out, because it's like we all want to find things out there that resonate with us, and that are easy and that make sense. And this is what makes sense. It's as simple as nothing is negative or positive. You're just creating with your thoughts whatever that thought is, but at the end of the day, you're assigning meaning to that thought.
exactly. Oh, totally. Exactly. You're assigning whether it is positive or negative, right? You know, I know there's many times in my life I've created something. Okay. So I've created that, you know what? I don't want so and so to talk to me. I don't want so and so to like me. And that was not a negative thought. That was very much a positive thought at the time because I didn't want anything to do with them. Now, when I changed my mind
Yep,
and wanted something to do to them, to do with them, and I wanted them to talk with me, now all of a sudden those previous thoughts and intentions about them are now a negative thought. So things are only negative and positive within the context of what we're creating as well as the meaning we give it. And you've totally nailed it. You know, I think that there was just some misunderstanding that needed to be cleared out because we don't want you guys to be led astray and say, look, you know what, I can think negative all I want. I'm still going to get what I want because unfortunately that's not how it works. And I think that, you know, people get that, yes, we do create the rules as far as your beliefs go, right? Like I've created a
exactly.
rule that I can have whatever I want and, you know, I can be, do, and have anything I want. And I can create anything I want, whether I believe it or not, because I do believe that my thoughts create and I can have whatever I want. But again, back to mental diet and back to creating, I can have whatever I want, no matter what it is, whether I believe it or not,
Yep.
right? You know, but you create your beliefs, but you cannot change the basis of the law. Like we do, that Denise and I did a video, which we'll post soon about free will. You can't take away someone's free will. They never had it to begin with. All you do
Exactly.
is take away your power, right? So you can't turn on everyone as you pushed off, turn it off when you feel like it. It's always happening, right?
Yeah, even like, and I say that all the time. Even if you decide to hand it to them, like, here's your free will, you can have it, you can take it, you can do with it whatever you want. Whatever happens is still your manifestation. Like, it's not, you can't do it. You can't. You just, it's impossible.
That's right. Exactly. Exactly. And then the other burning question that we all have is, you know, can you think, does thinking about what you want too much push it away? I'll let you answer this one.
No, actually. I
No?
always say we have, no, it does not push it away. I mean, okay, so how many, we have over what, 60,000 thoughts a day? I mean, a lot of thoughts, right? You're going to be thinking about something. And
Mhm.
and I always say you want what you want, and it doesn't matter how much you think about it. What matters is how you think about it. Because you can think about what you want once and still get it, and you can still think about it 100 times and still get it. It's just how you're thinking about it. Because that's the importance of it. That's what a mental diet is. I want what I want, and when I want something, I think about it 20 times. I just make sure that at least 19 of those thoughts are positive.
I mean, exactly. You know what? I was just away on a camping trip with my family, and Andrew didn't come with us. And I thought about that guy like 24 freaking 7. Like, seriously. Like, I couldn't get him off my mind, right? And, you know, so the thing is, it's not about, you know, just going, okay, no, I'm not going to think about him. It's making sure that you dwell in what you want with him. The
Yep.
more power and the more thoughts you give something, the faster it's going to
Oh yeah.
happen, the more clear you're going to get on it. So this whole, I know where it comes from. You know, it's those thoughts where you think once about something and you never think about it again, and then it shows up. Okay, like I get that, but those are things that you have zero resistance to. So
Exactly.
when you've got resistance and you're thinking about it constantly, put more power to it, put more thought to it. You know what? Make sure the thoughts are good, direct, and did it like discipline and focus your thoughts to what you want. And then, sure, you know what? As soon as you distract yourself and you say, "Oh, do something over there," it's going to pop up,
Oh my
right?
gosh, I was just saying that today. That one second, this just takes that one split second of you taking your attention away from it. It just boom, there it is.
Well, exactly, exactly. But it's not about trying to forget about it. Just I use distraction.
Yeah.
Distract yourself, right? But even when
Yeah.
you are looking, it's still going to show up. But you're going to naturally distract yourself anyway. But I say,
Yeah.
okay, look, you know what? I'm going to do this, and it's going to show up, and then it usually does, right? So no, focusing and thinking more about things. Do not push it away. It will only bring it closer,
Yeah,
faster.
you want what you want. You deserve to think about what you want. You deserve to have what you want, because the moment you can think it, that means that it already exists and therefore it's yours. And it's like there's always two choices when you want something. You either think about it in a negative way or in a positive way, but only one gets you what you want. So which one are you going to choose, you know?
Exactly, exactly. So, guys, just to recap, okay, with your relationships, you know what? See what meaning you're assigning to people's behavior. That was the one big thing that the client had done in her life to change the story around. Instead of, assigning his behavior meaning that he didn't want a blended family and didn't want to be together, she started changing the meaning of his behavior to mean that he did, and then it happened. The law of assumption at work there, as well as, take a look at your negative, your thoughts and realize that, there is no positive and negative. It's just focusing either on what you want and don't want. And, the big point here, I think that they say that, you create your rules. So create that your negative thoughts don't exist, in meaning don't dwell on them and worry about them. Say, no,
Yeah.
I'm not going to have that. This is what's going to happen instead. Do your mental diet. Make sure the last thought is focused on what you want. And yeah, think about it. Think about things you want as much as you can. Fill your mind with it.
Yes, of course. Of course.
So amazing. Thank you so much for being here today, Carol. Absolutely amazing and sharing everything. And guys, thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.